Hello and welcome for Realistic Scenarios and National University of Economics. I am Andrew Hupert, and this is the Hanoi Digital City International Division simulation. So there are the links to the Hanoi Smart City background. This is based on a true case, kind of. There is actually a project in place in Vietnam called Hanoi Smart City. But we're not going to concern ourselves with the details of fact and actualities. We are going to simulate these group dynamics for our own purposes. So here's the deal. In 2019, Vietnam announced a bold new plan. They're going to build a next generation digital city from the ground up between downtown Hanoi and the airport. This is $1 billion joint venture. In real life, there's a Vietnamese developer called the BRG Group, and there's a Japanese developer called the Sumitomo Corporation, and they are putting together plans for a $4.2 billion smart city project on the outskirts of Hanoi. And it looks great. It looks really, really good. But right now, it's just a plan. And your job is to be part of the planning process. There's a search for a local team to plan, promote, and manage the international division of Hanoi Digital City, and that is where you come in. You and your colleagues have been chosen, put in different teams, but you have been chosen to develop a plan that's going to propel Hanoi and Hanoi Digital City into the ranks of top-tier international business centers. So you got to decide. You've got to make a lot of decisions. But one of the things you've got to decide is: are you going to be the next Bangkok, or are you going to be the next Singapore, or are you going to be the new New York? You're going to build the team, and you're going to create a strategy that makes Hanoi Digital City a global leader. And to do this, you're going to need a variety of skills, but presentation skills, team building skills, and persuasion skills are all going to be absolutely crucial to you doing well in this project. I have divided this up. In the past, students have really gotten into the drama of this, so I've decided to just go with it. We're dividing this into 3 acts and 10 scenes. And the 3 acts, the 3 big deliverables you're going to have to come up with are divided this way. First act is team building, building a team and building a corporate culture. Second act is the growth strategy, how you're going to market Hanoi Digital City to multinationals and governments around the world. And 3, the big presentation, where you stand and deliver a formal style presentation in front of investors and decision makers. So Act 1, I call the build. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people are going to go into a room, a virtual room perhaps, but into a room, and come back with a leader, an organizational chart, a team charter, and a company name. And you're going to deliver all that information in the form of a tight little presentation that we are going to do together. The second act is the marketing plan or the growth plan. And now you're going to have to come up with a strategy that is going to set you apart from the others. There are going to be a number of other teams within this class that you're competing with, and you're each trying to have the best vision for what Hanoi Digital City can bring to Vietnam, or bring to the shareholders, depending on what your corporate culture is. And the final act, stand and deliver. You have been invited, or the winning teams have been invited to the World Economic Forum. There's an annual conference at Davos in Switzerland, and you have been invited to present your proposal to global leaders. So you're going to have to build a winning presentation that not only introduces HDC, but persuades people to devote time, energy, and money to your project and not anyone else's. Okay, so here are the skills we're going to be looking at as we work on this project together over the next 3 weeks. First is presentation skills and presentation and communication. So you're going to have to identify key issues, tailor your talk to relevant stakeholders. And that's going to be a big deal. We're going to talk about that. And to develop live and online presentation skills. As far as leadership, you're going to be working in teams, and those teams are going to be cooperating and competing with other teams. You've got to learn how to manage relationships. You've got to learn how to delegate and specialize, and you've got to learn how to run organizations. And finally, critical thinking or problem solving. You've got to innovate. You've got to come up with new ideas. You've got to plan this business to go where no other business has gone before. And that is going to require a new way of thinking for some of us. Final word, to succeed at the HDC project, to succeed in this Hanoi Digital City exercise, you'll need to work together as a team, develop time management skills, because you won't have enough time. I'm telling you that now. You're not going to have enough time. We're building that in. You do have teammates, though, so if you learn to delegate and specialize, you'll do just fine. If everyone watches one person work, then you won't have time. In our class, we're going to be focusing on great presentation skills, written, spoken, and online. I'm really excited to be working with you on this project. I think it's going to be great for you, and I know it's going to be great for me. Thanks very much. I will talk to you again soon.